Hi, I'm Chris Curman, realtor here in Vancouver. If you're on this page, you're looking for a mortgage calculator. Not every day you make a real estate transaction. I developed this calculator for in-depth analysis to purchase real estate so you know what you're getting yourself into. This calculator I developed is a powerful tool. In this video, I'll show you how to use it. Okay, I developed a nice scenario here. So if we go over here, we got a nice three bedroom, 2 bath for 900,000, and that's in North Burnaby Government Road area. I really like that area. It's nice, it's quiet, nice little townhouse area, and it's right 5-minute walk from Burnaby Lake, so you can just go out for a nice walk for the day. It's really nice. So yeah, 3 bedroom, 2 baths, built in 1983. You can see property taxes. It is stratified. Garage total parking, you get two parking spots, and maintenance fee is $697. And with that is pretty good. You get a caretaker and gardening, gas, hot water, recreational facility, and snow removal is pretty good. So this is the unit that I decided for a hypothetical scenario. I thought of it like this, like somebody who's interested in downsizing, or maybe has a little bit extra capital and is looking to invest it and maybe potentially make that unit their downsizing for the future. So what we have here, we'll start with the purchase price. So we enter the 898 that we get from here, and then we go into what our projected down payment would be. If we have, I'm projecting about 40%. Is it a new building? No, it's not a new building. If it is a new building, like a pre-sale or a brand new house, you would have to pay the GST. So you'd click yes for that, and it automatically populates the GST. But in this scenario, we'll click no. Home buyer. If you're a first-time home buyer, you do get a rebate on your on the cash you need up front when you're buying a home. So you can click yes or no if you are a first-time home buyer. In this scenario, we'll click no. Interest rate at the current moment is around 3.9. I've seen some get for 3.8, but let's go 3.9 to be safe. And payment frequency. If you're good at managing your cash flow and are able to make payments weekly, I highly recommend that. It doesn't make that big of a difference, but when you're looking over 20 years, it does make a difference. So I recommend always going weekly if you are able. Amortization period would be 25 years. And so this is where we get to the more pro forma aspect of the calculator, and this is the more interest, the structure of the mortgage. And here is pre-planning, how much you're planning to do with the mortgage. So let's say you did have it for 898 and you're putting 40% down. Your principal would be this, and your total mortgage would be the principal. I do have two calculations here in case you are putting a down payment less than 20%. If you're putting less than 20% down payment, there is a CMHC insurance cost to your mortgage, and you will have to tack that onto the mortgage. But let's go back to 40. Good. And so that would be our purchase price, and here would be our principal and our total mortgage, and this would be our down payment amount if we put 40% down payment. So this would be our down that we need, but that's not all the cash we need up front. We also need to think about the property transfer tax. You have first 1%, 200,000, second 2%. You'd have 200 on 2% tax on 2 million. So yeah, 1% on the first 200,000, 2% on the first 2 million, and then 3% on anything greater than 2 million. So this theoretical purchase, we'd have taxes, property transfer tax of 15,000, and no to the first-time home buyers, so no GST. So this is the total cash we would need up front. This is not including lawyer, home inspection, appraisal fees, title insurance, those kind of extra fees. I got the main little bits of the actual transaction itself. So you might actually have to expect more, but this is total closing on this particular mortgage. So with our mortgage frequency, amortization, and interest rate, we can see our mortgage payment. So this would be our weekly mortgage payment in this case. If we want to look at per month, I have our weekly mortgage payment calculated into the payment frequency times the payment frequency divided by 12, give us the monthly payment, what our projected monthly payment would be. This is where it gets interesting. So where we look at the monthly strata fees, we can input the strata fees there, and along with our property taxes, because those are extra fees that we have over the year. So we have our annual property taxes and our monthly strata fees, which we can input, and that will give us our total monthly expenses for this unit. So our total monthly expenses would be our monthly mortgage payments, monthly strata fees, and our annual property tax divided by 12. So this is our cash flow. How much would go out each month that we would have to put out, assuming it's not rented. So I don't know if you notice the cash flow here if rented. So you can actually put in the monthly income that you project that you'd get on the unit, and it would take your monthly expenses and then minus it by the rent, or take your rent minus the monthly expenses. So if we look on Marketplace, there's not very many good rental comparisons for this unit. I think our area is where did our area go? So our unit is, there's the lake. There's the lake. And our unit would be in this pocket area here. So I looked at a few, the unit would be in this pocket here. There's Burnaby Lake, Caribou area, Sullivan Heights, Cameron Park. That new Cameron Park community center is going to be really nice. So I looked at a few 3 beds in the area, and they're going for around 3,000, 4,000. This one, 3 beds, 3 baths, 4,000. This one is 3 beds, 3 baths, 1,000 square feet. And this one is, I think this one was the most comparable to our unit. This one is 3,000, 1.5 bath. So I think that's pretty close to our unit. Square footage wise, this is pretty big square footage. I think it's like 2,000 square feet. Yeah. No, it's 1,000, 1,100. So that's about the same. Okay. So this I think would be a good comparison then. If we take a look, 1,200 square feet. Yeah, so 3,300. And if we put our monthly rental income there projected, we can see our cash flow. How much actually goes out every month if it's rented minus all our monthly expenses. But if we're living there ourselves, of course, no rent, and our monthly cash flow will populate to this expense here. But if we go back and we want to put 3,300, we can expect 3,082. We'd have to pay it out of our own pocket on this mortgage. So then we go down lower. We can see our amort schedule. This is year one. This is our interest payment, and that's our principal. And of course, over time, the interest goes lower, and all of our payments will eventually have more principal than interest. So you can see over the years, around 15 years, you're paying a lot more principal than interest at that point. So you can see how it goes over the year, and the balance, how it goes down, your mortgage. 15 years, you'll be at a balance of 279, and you started at 359. That's pretty good. 100,000, 15 years, and especially if it's rented, someone paying off the mortgage. This is a very cool feature, the return on capital schedule. So let's say we purchased this thing for 898, and we have monthly rental income. We have our strata fees and then property taxes. We have our cash down and total mortgage. In this yellow box here, we can have our estimated sale price after 5 years. I was very conservative on this because the recent housing market, and you never know. We have FIFA coming. That might put a boom to real estate in the next 5 years. Yeah, I think very 100,000 very conservative. Unless population goes down, I think real estate should go up. So we have a capital gain of 82,000 if we did buy it here and sell it there. So we can see each year our return on capital. So that's our cost of capital, what we started with, and then we can see our rent revenue, which is our 3,300 per month if we rent it out. Strata fees, you can see that per year, and property taxes. So we have our net rent, which is rent revenue minus your two fees here. It gives us net rent. And then we go to interest payments. So what is our interest on the home mortgage? So 29, our net rent minus all the interest. We're actually making $8,000 per year. That's equivalent to about 9.3%, point 0.1. It's 1%, pretty close. And with that, we're actually taking eight grand a year, and that's going to your principal. So that's cash that you're making, but it's just not in your pocket. You're actually making cash this way. And then you can see each year, I actually put, assuming the rent increase is 1%, and of course, inflation, everything, strata fees and property taxes will increase by 2%. So I already have that baked into the schedule here for each year going up. So 1% of net revenue, and these two will go up 2%. So it's already baked into the cake. This is just a fair projection of the way inflation would go and how would this work out. I might be wrong, but it's just added little tidbit. So each year it goes up because you're paying off the interest, less interest, and more going to your principal. It's actually pretty cool. I have this interest actually taken out of the amort schedule, so you get the actual interest you're paying out each year. So your return on capital goes up every year, and on the 5th year, if you do decide to sell it, you have your projected estimated sale, and that goes into your ROC. So if you hold this for 5 years, you actually get a pretty good return, about 15%, which is really good. So that is one scenario that I'd like to go over with you, and you can see how the calculator functions and works. One cool feature too, you can also export this to PDF. So you can do one setup, and you can see what it's like, and then you can export your thing to PDF, and you can view it and save it for later viewing, or you can make multiple of these and compare one with the other, which I think is very valuable. You can see your exported calculator, all the calculations you made, what your plan is, and you can go over multiple scenarios. You can do multiple scenarios, go which one works best for you, and you can actually see what you're planning to make after 5 years. Is it a good investment? Is it a bad investment? And I developed this when I first purchased real estate. I didn't go in depth as this, but I wish I did. And this tool is I've been in business for a long time now, and I developed this tool with the business mindset and really blueprinting what buying real estate actually is, and that's what I focused on. Yeah, well, anyways, I hope this helped, and I hope you find this calculator user-friendly and easy to use, and really helpful. Anyways, cheers. And if you feel free to contact me with any questions or anything, I'm a realtor here in Vancouver. But I think I made this mostly so buyers can make a well-educated purchase. And I hope this helps. But yeah, feel free to contact me with anything or yeah. Cheers. Bye.